Okay then, hi guys, this is Brad, and yeah, I'm going to be trying something completely different when it comes to reviewing something. Either I would do a written review, where I, of course, write down what I think on the forum, or I would just do a regular vlog style review and just sit in front of the camera and talk about how much something I don't, talk about something that I don't like. But anyway, I'm going to actually, while doing this, I'm going to try, again, something new, or at least for me. I know other people have done this before, but I'm going to try, actually, reviewing a movie while playing a game. Now, this is going to be interesting. Yeah, right. I guess for this session, I'll be Catwoman. And I'm going to go easy here, because I'll be honest, I totally suck at this game. I suck hard at it. And the reason why I'm doing a live broadcast is because it's easier to do it this way. I already know not a lot of people are watching. Obviously, no one is watching right now, but yeah. Who knows, maybe someone will join us. So what movie are we looking at here? We are looking at Pixels, which is actually one of our Worst Picture nominees. It's been nominated almost anywhere. Worst Actor for Adam Sandler and Kevin James. Worst Supporting Actress for Michelle Monaghan. Worst, I think even Worst Director, I think? I'm not sure, because I know... Actually, no, it did not make Worst Director. It landed Worst Screenplay, and I think that is it. When that. And what do I have to say about this movie? Well, I'll put it this way. It's definitely not the worst Adam Sandler movie I've seen, but even then, that's not saying a lot. Yeah, it's actually pretty goddamn terrible. Simply because I think the one reason why everyone hates Pixels so damn much is because of what a great idea it is. In fact, I think some people even said that they did something similar on Futurama, which is a show I did not watch, so I'm not gonna try to compare and contrast those two things. But, yeah, what a great idea. Video games come and attack us. And apparently it's an aliens idea, because apparently aliens are terrible at deciphering messages. I guess when it comes to movies, Adam Sandler took something from Shyamalan when it came to science. Apparently these aliens are fucking stupid. But anyway, yeah, the main story is aliens misinterpret some video game message, something that happened in the Sandler's character's childhood, and therefore they're gonna wage war via very terrible special effects when it comes to... I mean, not special effects, but they did like this Photoshop lip-syncing thing where 80s icons are threatening the world, and it's the aliens that are really doing it, and it's actually pretty terrible. It's Ronald Reagan is in there, Madonna is in there, and you can tell, like, it was... Obviously it's fake, but I'm just like, are you serious right now? So anyway, the aliens attack. Apparently, people don't know how to really shoot action in this movie, because here's the thing, the action can actually be very good in Pixels, but aside from that, it gets boring really quickly. It's almost like a Michael Bay movie, because it gets boring. I think toward the end of the movie, I just got so goddamn bored. Because I've also realized these characters are terrible. I do not like them whatsoever. For instance, Adam Sandler is just playing Adam Sandler. He's a douche, but he's trying to be a likable douche. Kevin James, I shit you not, is President of the United States in this movie. President of the United States. I mean, yeah, I know a lot of people have already complained about that, but yeah, it's pretty goddamn ridiculous. And, what's another thing? Josh Gad plays this very annoying, very pervy, conspiracy theorist. And he also gets annoying very quickly. Now, as someone who didn't really mind, what was that movie he was in? Wedding Ringer. Yeah, with Kevin Hart. I didn't mind him all that much in that, even though he was kind of annoying in that. He wasn't bad, but in here, in Pixels, he was terrible. He was just absolutely terrible in this. And Michelle Monaghan, of course, plays the love interest, who I think is the most bored of everyone in the movie. Which is saying a lot, because it looks like everybody from Brian Cox to Michelle Monaghan to Kevin James, they all look goddamn bored. Especially Sandler, actually. He even looks bored while doing this movie. Maybe if there was actual talent and if there was actual, I don't know, actual thought put into this, this could have been a very great action comedy. But again, I don't know why Sandler continues to do this sort of thing. I don't know, I guess it's just what Nostalgia Critic said when he reviewed Pixels, that it's just that he doesn't want to evolve like other comedians have. And I kind of get that, but there has to be something more. Because it's kind of hard to screw up a really great idea like this, but they did it. Now, a lot of people were actually very angry at this movie because of how ridiculous it was, just because of the concept. And the way that they screwed it up. But I'll tell you, like I said before, it's not the worst Happy Madison film. I would still say something like Jack and Jill, or That's My Boy, or even the Grown Ups movies are even worse. Still, Pixels, I think it just got a lot of people disappointed, and therefore they got more angry at this film than any of his other films. And I don't think it was even that big of a hit at the box office. I mean, I think it made money, but it wasn't that big a hit. I don't know. I would have to actually have to check to see, but fuck. But yeah. Is there anything else that I wanted to talk about? Well, the movie itself, like I said, the action scenes can be rather good. The actual special effects when they do with the games, whether we're talking about Q-Bird or Donkey Kong or the centipede sequence was actually quite nice, even though there's some stupid shit in there. Yeah, apparently, even though he's never had any military training or anything like that, Adam Sandler and Josh Gad are apparently a lot better at the military's job because video game. That makes no goddamn sense to me. I don't care what... I mean, it's ridiculous. And also, there's this awful love story between Adam Sandler and Michelle Monaghan. And you don't give a shit at all. And in fact, I actually feel sorry for Michelle Monaghan. Because, man, how do I put it? I mean, it's not like she's trying. Like I said, she's bored more than half the time. But, man, I mean, it's just like, get her off set. Get her into something better.
Almost feel sorry for you.
You should feel sorry for me, Killer Frost. You should. Anyway, yeah, I thought it was quite fitting to review Pixels while playing a video game, because that's what the movie is basically about. Video games and apparently a terrible romance and whatever. So anyway, is there anything else? Oh yeah, Peter Dinklage of Game of Thrones? Yeah, Game of Thrones is actually in Pixels. And man, I feel very bad for him. And he's really terrible in this. He plays like this drunken, like man whore type of character, and apparently knows how to cheat even though there's several people in front of him at this arcade. Okay, I'm gonna have to go into the backstory a little bit with this movie. Toward the beginning of the film, there's this flashback to when Adam Sandler, Kevin James, Josh Gad, and Peter Dinklage were kids, and they go into this arcade, and there's this, of course, competition of how to, competition to see who will be the best at this. I think it's Donkey Kong. Yeah, it's Donkey Kong. And apparently, Peter Dinklage's character, when he was a kid, knew how to enter a cheat code. Yeah, I didn't know cheat codes were that old. I didn't know you could actually enter cheat codes in the 80s.
Won't like this one.
And oh my god. And oh my it's stupid. It's even stupid me remembering it because I still don't know how they managed to even pull that off. Okay, let me just try to rethink this. So anyway, enters the cheat code, beats Sandler. He's considered the best, and yeah, apparently nobody saw him do this. It's truly like the dumbest thing in this entire movie, which is saying a lot. There's a lot of dumb shit. For instance, Josh Gad is in love with this video game character, and she comes to life via Ashley Benson from Pretty Little Liars. Yeah, now she could say that Pretty Little Liars is the ultimate highlight of her career after being in this movie. She doesn't have a line, she doesn't say anything, they don't really share a connection all that much, and she just falls in love with him. Like, it's strange when she comes to life during the video game war. And then she has to go back because, for whatever reason, she has to go back to the, with the aliens. And then, what's happened? Oh, a very strange, very out of nowhere, unexplained thing happened. Hubert, who actually is a trophy from one of their previous video game war wins, turns into this character. Actually turns into this, I forget what her name is, but this video game character that Josh Gad is in love with. And again, I'm just like, what does this have to do with anything? This is very pointless. You can take this entire sequence, this entire subplot, and not miss a thing. And it's not even funny. That's the strange thing. Even though there are some funny things in this movie, I did laugh a couple of times at some jokes, usually not made by Sandler, not usually made by Josh Gad or anything like that. But there were a couple of good jokes in here. But for the most part, yeah, it sucks. It totally sucks. I know a lot of people, especially when it comes to the forum, or maybe when you're just a regular person or a Razzie voter, they probably want to vote Pixels to be the worst movie of the year for the Razzies. I would still say no. I've seen worse. Fantastic Four, fucking worse. Jupiter Ascending, kind of funny, but still very worse. Paul Blart Mall Cop 2 is really just stupid. I think that's the one thing, that's the major complaint that I have with the two Happy Madison films. Paul Blart Mall Cop 2 and Pixels are just stupid. That's their worst crimes. Even, that's the worst crimes of their movies, is that they're stupid. It's not offensive or disgusting like Jack and Jill or That's My Boy, or it's not as insulting to the audience as the Grown Ups movies were. So that's it, I think. When it comes to like any particular wins, I'm still kind of thinking about it. I'm gonna actually turn in my Razzie ballot quite soon, and with my actual decisions now that I've actually seen all 5 Worst Picture nominees. And I'm gonna turn my ballot in, and I'm not gonna say who I'm gonna vote for. I'm actually gonna talk about it after the Razzies are done. But yeah, if there's anything else, I'm kind of caught in between what should win Worst Picture, whether it be Jupiter Ascending, which I actually had somewhat of a good time with, but it's not by any means a spectacular failure, as the Nostalgia Critic would say. It's not like a laugh a minute. I guess it's fascinating on the choices that these people make and the way that the Wachowskis just don't know how to do an epic anymore. Even though I would say that I didn't really enjoy The Matrix, yeah, I'm kind of saying something sacrilegious. Not saying it's a terrible movie, I'm just saying that The Matrix, I never really got the appeal of The Matrix, like, at all. But anyway, what else was I saying? But the only real film that I actually liked from the Wachowskis was V for Vendetta, but that's a different story. That's a completely different story. But, but anyway, and also, what was the other film? 50 Shades of Grey. A lot of people, for whatever reason, want to be very forgiving with 50 Shades because the book really was terrible, but it wasn't by any means, how do I put this? Like, good. Like, a lot of people say that the book was just so shitty that what did you expect in the movie? Sam Taylor Johnson, who was the director of 50 Shades of Grey, actually wanted to make this movie a lot different, but E.L. James kept getting in the way, who's the author of 50 Shades of Grey, was constantly getting in the way. and wanted to keep the very dirty, very stupid elements of 50 Shades of Grey into the movie, and that's why some reviews said that it felt like two different movies fighting with each other, and I kind of agree with that. What else? Yeah, so it's gonna be either between Jupiter Ascending or 50 Shades of Grey for Worst Picture. The biggest crime, really, of Fantastic Four was that, again, sort of like with Pixels, it was a concept that could have been so well done, but they screwed it up, mostly having to do with studio or director tampering. It's hard to believe which one it is, because it does sound like that Josh Trank was kind of a dick. Or at least that's what I heard, like, on set of Fantastic Four. But anyway, to wrap this up, and I'm going to soon, Pixels is by no means the worst movie of the year. Possibly the most disappointing, possibly the most stupid, but by no means the worst. But it's still pretty goddamn irritating. It's hard for me to even realize how, Sandler, or Happy Madison, whatever was in charge of this movie, made the choices that they made going into it, and expected a hit out of it. In which case, I know for a fact that, the trailers for it were actually very good. The trailers for Pixels were not bad. A lot of people were very hyped for this. But then when they heard that Happy Madison was involved, the actual Adam Sandler's production company was involved, they just were, we kind of just knew what was coming. And then the people who didn't know knew it was, were just very surprised. Okay, that's to wrap it up. If I had to give a score to Pixels out of 10, I would definitely give it a 2, maybe I'm being generous here, 3 out of 10. Because there were some funny jokes here and there, and the concept is not bad. The special effects aren't really that bad, except for when the aliens are making their video threat via Ronald Reagan lip sync and Madonna lip sync and whatever 80s celebrities they use. But yeah.
At last, Superman had paid for what he had done to Catwoman. Feigning allegiance to his regime had cost Selina her beloved Batman and her best chance at happiness.
Can I skip this?
Pride
No.
and anger kept her from
I can't
attempting
skip it.
reconciliation with Bruce Wayne, but his inspired
It's
reconstruction
pretty,
of Gotham and
yeah, this is
Metropolis
pretty long
fostered
here.
in her a
I'm trying not to go
desire
too
remain
long on
close
here.
to him.
But
Until
just
she was ready to approach him again, she
3 out
did
of
her
10.
part to keep
Nothing,
Gotham streets clear of crime.
terrible
Nascent
great
underworld
concept, terrible
organizations
execution.
had both
That's
the
basically
bat
what
and
Pixels
the
is.
cat to fear.
Well, I want to thank you guys so much for, watching. I'll put this up on the forum. Hopefully you guys will have a lot of comments here. Not a lot of viewers. I know it was pretty last minute, and also, it's Super Bowl night. I should have known. I don't care about the Super Bowl. I know Lady Gaga's gonna perform, so I might watch that segment, later on online. But, no, it's not worth, watching the entire Super Bowl just for Lady Gaga. But, yeah. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will definitely see you later, and hopefully maybe I'll do more of these video reviews soon. Talk to you later.